am looking angelic as hell right now. It's a little bit distracting. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye, and today I am once again coming to you makeup free and wearing the exact same shirt as I was in the last video because this is filmed the day after, because we're doing part 2 of my declutter series. A disclaimer, this is not going to be a very ruthless declutter. I just kind of want to sift through my collection, just get rid of anything that's old, repeats that I don't think I need, and that sort of thing, just so I can really focus on the things that I truly love. And the way that I'm formatting this video is going through my makeup drawers one by one. So we've already covered the complexion / blushes, and now we're going to move on to drawer 2, which is my eyeliners and highlighters. I also have these highlights that were in the previous drawer, but we're going to sort through them today. Right, this is everything in my second drawer. Let's first just go by what's easiest to go through. So I think the easiest thing to start off with is my water activated liners. So let's just part all of this. And these are also water activated. So these are all my water activated liners, and they fit really nicely except for these 3, of course. Now, I'm not going to swatch these and I'm not going to go through them because I do want to eventually do a dedicated video on my water activated liners and swatching them. I've tried filming that video twice, and both times the footage was corrupted and got lost, or at least parts of it were lost. So I feel like that video is still a bit cursed, so I'll do that video eventually. But for now, I'm not going to be swatching these. I won't be decluttering any because I know for a fact I don't have any repeats. I'm extremely satisfied with my water activated liner collection. I think I genuinely have everything that I need. Another really easy one we can just quickly bang out are my little extras. So these are my rhinestones, and then I have like face paint. I'll be honest, I bought these specifically for a very specific makeup look. I have not touched them since. I don't really feel like I need these anymore. Maybe the black could be useful, but I think I'm just gonna declutter these 2. I have the light blue in turquoise and the purple in purple. I'm gonna get rid of these. I don't need them anymore. I haven't used them in years. The black one could come in handy. And then we have the Made by Mitchell color case in, I think this is called the Eclectrix, I think. I'm not too sure. These are like cream paints. I bought this specifically for colourful eye bases, more editorial looks. I haven't had the chance to use it yet, but I bought this on sale and I feel like this could be very, very, very handy for bigger makeup looks. And it does have a turquoisey shade and a purple shade, so I'm happy with just keeping this one. And it's all in one palette, it's just convenient. And yeah, my rhinestones, I'm not getting rid of them. If you're wondering where I got these from, Amazon. These are all very useful things. Keeping. I feel like we can start with pencil liners, because I have quite a bit. And I think the easiest way to do this is to just... I am gonna organize these. Should I organize them by color or by brand? I think by color makes most sense. And don't worry, we will be swatching these ones out because I do want to eliminate any duplicates. These categories I have like neutral colours and then like greys and blacks and silvers, and then we have white at the bottom. So let's start with red. So first we have the Linda Hallberg, or I think they're LH Cosmetics now. LH Cosmetics Anger Mood Mood Crayon. I have had these for years, so I feel like they're getting kind of old. I should really replace them. But this one is still very creamy. It doesn't smell weird. It's quite saturated, so we're gonna be keeping that one. And then we have this one from Colourpop. I believe this is Fiery Fierce. All of the writing is basically rubbed off. And this is like a burnt red. It's a metallic shade. Even though I don't buy from Colourpop anymore, I don't support them, I will admit their cream gel liners are really good. They're quite hit or miss, some of them are better than others, but that is Fiery Fierce, and that is a really unique tone. It's like a rusty red. Next we have this from Udden's Eye. We have the Solomon gel liners, and these all have numbers on them instead of the actual shade names. So I'm just gonna say the number instead of the shade name because I don't have the shade name and I don't really want to be googling, but this is shade number 1. It's a hot pink. Really electric. The Udden's Eye gel liners, they remind me a lot of Colourpop's, but again, they're not built equal. That is a really lovely pink. And then we have Boots from Colourpop. I feel like those are different enough. Like the Udden's Eye one is more warm toned, this one's more cool toned. This is from LH Cosmetics, it's Likeable Mood. Oh, that is a bit dry. Oh no. Once you get it going, it's alright. And then we have from Udden's Eye shade number 2. This one's more of a darker orange. It is darker. I do prefer the colour of the LH Cosmetics one, but that one is like kind of crusty now. Like it's getting dry and I don't... Let me smell it. I got all of the LH ones at the same time, but listen, I like the colour, I might keep it. Then we have LH Cosmetics Happy Mood. As you can see, this is probably my most used LH Cosmetics one. Oh my god, look at that. This one is so... oh, it's struggling. No, I really love this shit. Look, I don't know if you can see how chunky that is. It's barely showing up. It's so dry. I need to... that's gonna be gone. I'm sorry, you served me very well, but you're leaving. I do have one from Udden's Eye. This is number 3. Let's see if this one is... oh yeah. Look at that creaminess. You do have to build it up a little bit, but much better. Okay. It doesn't really match the lid. The lid makes me think it would be lighter, but it's a lot more like true yellow. Alright, we're moving on to my largest categories, which are greens and blues. As we can see, I have favourites. I love these colours in the waterline. First we have shade number 6 from Udden's Eye. I think this one's actually called Green Tea, and I have used this one so much because it's such a unique, like, matcha colour. It's like a very neutrally earthy green. It's really unique. I've never found an eyeliner quite this tone. Then we have shade number 5. This one I haven't really used that much. I wonder why. It's just your standard grass green. Oh, do you remember when everyone was raving about these? These are the LA Girl Shockwave liners, and this one's in Gotcha. I used to use this so much. Oh, it's kind of similar to the Udden's Eye one. The Gotcha one is a bit more brighter than the Udden's Eye one. But I feel like... I loved how this wore in my waterline. I feel like I should pick one or the other, you know? The Udden's Eye one is fresher than this one. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna put these to the side. I'm not too sure. Okay, then we have Calm Mood from LH Cosmetics. I need to sharpen that. Oh god, and all of the swatches are kind of going in this direction. Let me try and straighten that out. Let's try this one from Colourpop. This is Teaspoon. I used to love this shade. Oh my god, hello. I love when Colourpop liners dry out. Oh god, that is dry. Oh my god, oh god, okay. Teaspoon is gone. That is dry, dry, dry. Okay, then the last Colourpop one in the green category, this is Fast Lane. I used to love this one. It was a very heavily used one from me. Oh, that's beautiful. It's mad how some of them dry out faster than the others, because like I've had a lot of these Colourpop ones for a similar time frame, but that is just beautiful creamy. I love that. I'm trying to figure out where that one would fit. It's a true turquoise shade. I think we're just going to put it at the front. This is shade number 4 from Udden's Eye. I use this one a very good amount. It's a very nice turquoise. Then we have this shade, it's shade number 10. This could go in the white category, but it is like a blue, like metallic. Oh my god. I roll these up far too much. You really have to build this up. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. But like, look how many times I'm having to swipe to get that pigment. I just don't think I'm gonna use that. Realistically, out of everything else, I'll probably use something else. And then we have this is shade number 7. I love this one. It's essentially Colourpop Prance. And I used to love that shade, and I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, which is a crime. But this one exists, and it's so creamy and wonderful. I have shade number 9 from Eye. If I'm saying just the number, it's Eye, so I don't have to repeat from Eye constantly. I can't lie. That looks awfully similar, no? Don't those two shades, like these two, look the same? I don't think there's any point keeping two shades that are the exact same, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think this one's actually lighter than this one, so I'm gonna swatch this one next. This is from Colourpop. This is Making Waves. This one's like a metallic, but more denim, and it is metallic. And I do use this quite a bit, so I think I might keep that. Then we have Cool Mood from LH Cosmetics. Why do I not sharpen anything? Alright, this is Cool Mood. That is electric and creamy. And the final liner we have, oh my god, the name is completely rubbed off. I think that's DTLA. I think. Sounds right. This is a very deep navy. Oh yeah. I was worried it would be a bit similar to Cool Mood, but that is completely different. Making Waves is so similar to the other blues that I have, and I know I decluttered this like light blue for being like just shimmery and not that pigmented when I would reach for something else. I think, honestly, actually I might declutter it. I do use it a decent amount, but like I don't think I'll miss it. Considering I want to use my liners up before they completely dry out, I may as well just use other ones that can get a similar effect. And honestly, you can't really see the metallicness in your waterline that well. Like these aren't hyper metallic or anything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. Now we're moving on to the purples. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of any of these. This is Crybaby from Colourpop. It's a extremely light lavender. And we have number 8 from Eye. This might be similar actually. Oh no. No, this one's a true lavender. And finally we have, I think this is Piggy Bank? Yeah, Piggy Bank from Colourpop. Another one that I use a solid amount. It's a very warm toned purple, and oh. Okay, we're gonna move on to the neutral shades. So first we have this one. This, I don't know the name. I think it's called Blown Away. It was from that same like Avatar collection that came out with Colourpop, and this is a really pale champagne. And I use this so much. And this is the most metallic liner I have in my collection. Like, it's so shiny and so makes you look so awake without being a white. 100% keeping. It's a staple. Then we have this shade. This is shade 12. And this is like a sparkly, like, coffee brown. I'll be honest, I have not used this that much. But I don't know why. Because that's a really nice shade of brown. I'll see how I feel about my other browns and if I need it in comparison to that, but I really like that. This, I think, is called Groundbreaker. There's nothing, literally nothing on it, but I think this is Groundbreaker, also from that Avatar collection with Colourpop. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Just had to warm up. I don't know if I need it, because the Eye one is a bit more muted. This one's more saturated. I don't know. The last one we have is Sunnyvale from Colourpop. This is a dark brown. Oh yeah. I feel like I'm gonna use Sunnyvale more than Groundbreaker because it's a matte, and if I'm gonna keep a shimmery brown, I'd rather keep the Udden's Eye one. Can't see it. I'd rather keep the Udden's Eye one, so I'm gonna get rid of Groundbreaker. Okay, we're gonna move on to the like blacks and silvers. So we're gonna start with this silver. I think this is called Kicker from Colourpop. I'm really running out of space, aren't I? But I want to keep it all in the same format. This one is actually more shimmery than Blown Away. It is a very good metallic silver. This next one is number 13 from Udden's Eye. This one, is it this one or is it the next one? One of these I use so much and I feel like it's incredibly underrated. Hold up, that's a brown. That's a brown! Why is that here? I'm sorry, but that cap is not brown. That's not brown. Why is it showing up as such? Oh, that's really fucking annoying, isn't it? Every time I see this, I feel like it's like a cool toned pewter shade. So the fact that it's bamboozling me by being a warm toned brown, that's really bothersome actually. I'm going to get rid of that. Also, you've ruined the vibe of my swatches. This is the one that I was on about. This is number 14. And this one is like a very pretty charcoal, like sparkly charcoal shade. It's got that like scattered sparkle effect. Really like that. And then the final shade we have is number 15. I feel like this is just a solid black. Yeah. The charcoal shade is very similar to the black, but it does pull more grey on my eyes, so I will be keeping both of those. And then we have two white pencils. Now, my all-time favourite is this one. This is the Ella Girl Pastel Dream Liner in the shade Marshmallow. That's all I have left. That is literally all I have left. It is my favourite white I've ever discovered. Like, look at that. One swipe. And it's perfect. It lasts incredibly in my waterline. And comparing it to number 11 from Udden's Eye, like, it just doesn't really compare. Like, you do have to swipe this a lot. I will be keeping both of these purely because this one's about to be finished, and in case I have like a bit of a layover where this is out of stock, I do want to still have a white eyeliner on hand. But once I do repurchase, because I will be repurchasing this, it's no question about it. Once I repurchase the LA Girl one, I'm going to be decluttering this one. So this is kind of like half decluttered, not really. And I still need to make a decision about these green liners. I feel like if I wanted the muted green, I would mix like the liners together. And I do that, I do mix. I think I'm going to keep the LA Girl one. It's one I reach for more often than this one. I am extremely proud of myself. Like, this is such a nice array of eyeliner. Like, if I just like do this. We decluttered 8 eyeliners, kept the majority, but that is a good amount decluttered in my opinion. And this is a lot less overwhelming to look at. I have the full gradient of colours that I'll ever need. My miscellaneous eyeshadow bits. And then we'll do highlighters last. So in here, let's just tip it all out. So in this drawer, I keep all of my like single pots of things, various things. I also keep my mixing palette here that I got as a gift from the brand owner from Misc Cosmetics, which they do these pigments, and I think they've closed down, which is really sad. I get really upset when an indie brand closes, especially a UK based one, but this like mixing palette is so good. Obviously I'm keeping it, and I need to clean it. Alright, let's go through the things that I know that I am just gonna get rid of, and the first things are these Pastel Roses loose flaky pigments. I just don't use these anymore. I used to use this shade Andromeda a decent amount, but I just don't use loose flaky Pigments. It's just not my jam. I'd rather use a sparkly eyeshadow, or if I am going to use something flaky, I would rather use this kind of product. This is the Chroma Flakes from Glisten Cosmetics. This is the shade Fairy, and I fucking love this product because it's a flaky oh, that noise. This is like flaky pigment gel, and it's just easier to apply. It's like an inbuilt like glitter like primer like alongside it. It's a lot less messy to use. It's just easier, and I love this stuff, and I really would like to get like an iridescent shade to go alongside this. Obviously going to be keeping that. But these Pastel Roses ones, they're just a product I don't use anymore, so I'm gonna declutter those. Now the same unfortunately goes for these. These are the Titmouse Kaleidoscopic Loose Pigments. I did get these in PR. However, I kind of want to swatch these alongside my single shadows because I do want to keep like one or two, because I do use, I'll be honest, I use these two the most. These are the shades Prague and Barcelona. I definitely want to keep Prague because this shade is just so sparkly and like intense. It is almost the same as the Fairy like Chroma Flakes from Glisten, but these are more like peachy, orangey gold, and this one's more like cool toned blue green. And I do use this a really good amount. It's beautiful, so I'll definitely be keeping Prague. These shades, I do kind of want to swatch them against my single shadows, but I'm gonna be honest, I just don't think to reach for any of the other shades. Like, I actively think about Prague, like it lives in my head rent-free. I used to feel that way about Barcelona, but I think now that I have the Cosmos from Terra Moons as a single shadow, I just don't need this. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of these, unfortunately. I will pass these along to a friend because they are really good quality. And that leaves us with these. So we have two pot eyeshadows from Colourpop. We have the shades Frog and Ritz, and I'll be honest with you, completely honest with you, I fucking love these. They are just the most beautiful one and done shadow, and if you just want like a bit of extra sparkle on your lid and you don't know what will go with it, like Ritz is such a beautiful like taupe neutral with silver sparkles. Frog is just a pink with blue and pink sparkles to it. These are beautiful and the formula is so easy to work with. As you can see, I've hit pan in these two. I can't lie, even though I don't buy from Colourpop anymore, like I don't really like to support them actively, I have to be honest, I need to find dupes of these, because when I run out I will probably want them again. So if you know any dupes of Ritz and Frog, do let me know, because I love them. Maybe I can go through my collection and try and find dupes, but for now I am keeping them. They are staple products in my collection. And also incredibly good for travel. Finally, we have my multi-chrome liquid products. So we have these Chroma Flick eyeliners from Glisten Cosmetics. I forgot to mention, I do have an affiliate code with Glisten. It's SKYE15 for 15% off. I do make a bit of commission off that code if you'd like to use it. You don't have to though. I forgot to mention that when it came to the water activated liners, because most of mine are from Glisten. But anyways, these Chroma Flicks, they are multi-chrome eyeliners, and I fucking love these, especially this shade. This is the shade Medusa. It is beautiful. You do kind of have to, like, work with these a little bit, like, to make sure the pigment is evenly spread, but they are so shifty and dimensional on the eyes. I love it. I honestly love them. Anytime I don't know what I want to do, but I want something impactful, I always use these. This is the shade Beetle. These are brilliant. I love them. Love these, not getting rid of. These motherfuckers are the Colourpop Legend of Korra like liquid multi-chrome shadows. I kept the shades Air and Fire when they sent me them in PR. If you're new here and don't know about my Colourpop PR fiasco, basically they keep sending me PR even though I have sent them 4 emails asking them to take me off their PR list because I just don't want to be on it anymore and I don't support them. But sometimes they still send me stuff. And I do pick out the things that I feel like I will use because, I mean, it's here. I didn't pay for it. I may as well keep it if it's stuff that I will actually use. These suck. These fucking suck. Now these are like the 2 black-based ones. I'll swatch them for you. They look very pretty in the bottle and swatched out, but these are so, like, the formula is really thin and really slick, which you think would be a very good thing. However, they do not layer well on your eyes. Like, when you apply them on your eyes, they are so sheer, you can see so much patchiness. They layer really badly on top of eyeshadow, even, God, I'm dropping them, even with or without a glitter primer. I've tried to use these in so many different ways. The formula is just not good, so I'm getting rid of them. Only keeping this, which makes me very, very happy. It's a really nice, concise little bit. All right, now we're moving on to the highlights. And I actually have a highlighter that I keep in my lip drawer because it's fucking huge. Also, this is your mid-mark hydration reminder. Have you drunk water today? If you haven't, drink some. I'm drinking some right now. You better do it. So we are going to be swatching all of my highlighters and just seeing what we can do. And we're gonna separate these into colourful and neutral, so let me do that first. Okay, so this is a little bit of a weird setup. These are all my neutral highlighters, these are all my colourful ones, and then these are my multi-chrome ones. Now, the majority of this has been sent in PR. I believe everything except for the Glossier Night Shine that was hidden away in another drawer of mine, and these two from Kaleidos, the Space Age, like, Gifted and Prophecy ones. The rest were sent in PR, but these were purchased. I think this was actually a gift from a friend, so actually these two are the only ones that I purchased. Let's talk about the Kaleidos highlighters, just as a general whole, I guess. So, Kaleidos were the first brand that ever sent me PR, and the first PR package I ever got from them were their highlighters. And I remember it was the first brand that I ever learned about a release before it was ever shown to the public, and I have such deep, deep, deep emotional connection with Kaleidos' highlighters. They were the first brand that believed in me and that sort of thing, and it made me really happy as, like, a really tiny creator. Still am a small creator, but, you know, I was a lot smaller back then. Now, a lot of these are discontinued, reformulated, repackaged, all of that stuff. So a lot of these you can't even buy anymore, but the fact that I still have the originals, part of me just wants to keep all of them, but realistically I don't need or use all of them. So I really don't know how this is gonna go. I'm kind of struggling with that, so I'm just gonna start with the neutrally ones first, because I know that this is gonna be a bit easier to, like, swatch and feel and all that stuff. We have, like, the putty type formulas right here with the two Colourpops and the two Lottie Londons. We have a liquid and then two neutral ones from Kaleidos. This one I found in the back of one of my drawers. This is the Glossier Night Shine in Pale Pearl. Now, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know why I kept this, like, hidden in a drawer. Like, I'm pretty sure I decluttered it or something, and it is really pretty. Like, part of me is curious if I should keep it, but because I don't remember my thoughts on it. It is really beautiful, but, like, I just don't think to use liquid highlighter. And yesterday when I found it, I was like, oh, maybe I should keep it actually. Like, we'll swatch it and compare it. Like, maybe I will keep it. No, realistically, I only use liquid blush. That's the only kind of liquid cheek product that I use. Gotta be a bit harsher, because makeup expires. I can't be keeping things that I just simply don't use. Now we have this boy. This is from Colourpop. This is the Moon Peach Super Shock Cheek Pearlized formula. I'm pretty sure this is discontinued, and it pains me because this is my favourite natural highlighter ever. Now this is their Super Shock formula. It's that, like, creamy, like, putty, squishy formula. And it is the most beautiful, subtle glow that matches my skin tone perfectly. It's like it has peachy blue shimmers in it, and the fact that it has blue shimmers in it makes it so beautiful. Like, it looks like nothing on my arm there, but on the face it is such a beautiful natural glow. Now this one I also got in PR from Colourpop, and it's again from another Avatar collection. This was also from like their first Avatar collection. This one's the Legend of Korra Spirit Wilds Super Shock Cheek, and because I knew it was a Super Shock Cheek, I was like, oh perfect, it's gonna be that same squishy formula. Now this one's a bit firmer, and the colour, it just has like a weird sparkle to it. It is also like pinkier, like rosier, deeper. I can still make it work on my skin, like it still matches me, but like it's just got chunky glitter in it, like glitter particles. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it on camera. It just looks chunky on my skin, and I don't like that. Although I do really like this compact mirror, but keeping it just for a compact mirror when this is a perfectly good product I can sanitize and give to all of my friends is silly. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It's also massive and taking up space. Some more glittery highlights, but these are like, they don't look chunky on the cheeks. These are like fairy glitter. Like this one, because like the glitter is so sparse and not concentrated enough, it just looks weird. These are glitter. They're glitter. These are the Lottie London Diamond Bounce highlighters. I have the shades Frosted and Golden. These were sent in PR, and I did do like a paid partnership with Lottie London. But we can see, I bloody love them. This is Frosted. This is, again, that's really like squishy, putty formula. I feel like this is a dupe of the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb highlighter, like in that like white shade, because this literally does not have any base color to it. It's just transparent, but it has so many like silver sparkles in it, and this is the most beautiful like sheeny fairy like sparkle on the cheeks. It's not a glow, it's a sparkle. If you don't like sparkly highlighter, it's not gonna be for you. But I do, and I love this tap down on my lid as well. And I think these are really cheap as well. They're from a drugstore brand, and for these being drugstore, they are incredible. And then there's also the shade Golden as well, which has more of a gold sparkle to it. I do prefer Frosted. I use Frosted more, but Golden is also really nice. Again, you can barely see it because my lighting is not optimized for showing sparkle at the moment, but these are great. Do I really need to keep both? I do use Frosted so much more than Golden. I think I'm just gonna keep Frosted. If we're gonna be ruthless, I use Frosted a lot. We'll keep this one, get rid of Golden. Then we have these two from Kaleidos. We have Ray Rider and Diamond Dasher. Pretty sure these are reformulated, so they're not really gonna be that useful to you, but Ray Rider I used to love. And I think I actually wore this recently, and I fucking loved it. Like, it's such a nice, like, creamsicle, like, peachy colour, and it glows really nicely on my skin, so I will be keeping that one. I do enjoy it. And then we have Diamond Dasher. I'd have Hit Pan in this one. I used to love this back in the day. And it is very pretty. It's like a neutral with pink sparkles to it. I think I'm still gonna keep it because it is one that I still reach for a good enough amount, but I'm still like torn at the idea of breaking up my Kaleidos collection. It really hurts me. It sounds so silly, but that's just how I feel. I think I'm going to wipe off these swatches and then just do the rest, because I kind of swatch these quite largely on my arm. I'm just gonna lay these out like this because it just looks a bit better, doesn't it? Keeping in mind, I honestly mostly use eyeshadow as highlighter, so do I actually need most of these? I don't know. Obviously, like, there's not many eyeshadows I own that are like this kind of highlighter. Probably I have eyeshadows like Frosted, but Frosted I just like the formula of a bit more. Let's just dive on into it. I'm gonna start over here. This is Laser Glazer. The packaging on this is broken. A few of these, the packaging is just broken. This is discontinued. It's their green rose gold highlighter. This is like so many people's white whale, and I'm so happy that I own it because it's just gorgeous. I do use this still a very good amount. Like, it's got that tan base, but it still looks really nice and seamless on my skin, and it flips to a rose gold. It's beautiful, it really is, and I still actively use it, like, with a lot of greeny looks, so and because it's discontinued, I can't even buy it again, so I'm definitely keeping. Then we have Solar Sailor. This one has quite a bit of hard pan, so swatching it seems really silly right now. But again, this is another one I use a good amount, but I'm pretty sure I have a Terra Moon's eyeshadow that I use as highlight more than this. I can't get rid of Solar Sailor yet. I can't do it, I can't do it. These ones used to be my favourites at one point. This is Skywalker. This is their blue sparkly one, and look, I've hit pan in it. It's just a sparkly blue with a, like, a bit of a purple flip to it. It's beautiful. And then we have Moon Cruiser, which is one I've also hit pan in, and this is a sparkly purple with a blue flip. Realistically, do I actually need both of these? Moon Cruiser is more purple, Skywalker's more blue. Moon Cruiser has more of a shift to it though. I really don't use Skywalker though. I hate this. Let me get my iridescent shadows. I need to have a look and actually see if these are similar. So this is my iridescent shadow palette. I use a lot of these as face highlights. And then if I get Skywalker and Moon Cruiser, I have cleaned off my fingers. Like, do you see what I mean? And honestly, I just prefer a more intense. If I'm gonna go for a sparkly cheek, I will just use my eyeshadows. It's been several hours. I took a bit of a break because I was hungry, did some editing, and now I'm back with kind of like a fresh, clean slate. But I was talking about Solar Sailor and how I feel like I also have a dupe of this because, like, I don't know if you can see, probably right there. It's hard panning so much, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it is so pretty, so beautiful. But if I'm gonna give it the same treatment as Skywalker and Moon Cruiser, and I've already determined I don't think I need these realistically. Like, if I get this shade, this is Saturn's Rings, we'll also compare it to Phoenix as well. Like, these are from Terra Moons, I forgot to say. So that's Saturn's Rings. And that's Phoenix. Like, Solar Sailor is in the middle there, and the other two are the eyeshadows. So I am gonna declutter Solar Sailor, Moon Cruiser, and Skywalker. I genuinely just don't really use them that much. However, just because these are being decluttered does not mean I am going to, like, you know, give them away to my friends or toss them in the trash. No, these are gonna go in a sentimental, like, box. But as of my collection goes, these are gonna be gone. I feel like this is the end of an era. But I think, you know what, I think it needs to happen. Sometimes eras end so new ones can begin. That is so cheesy when we're talking about colourful powder. Now, speaking of, we have the multi-chrome highlighters here. Now these are the Kaleidos highlights, along with the other ones, that I actually do use kind of frequently. So we have Space Age Prophecy right here. I will swatch it next to Phoenix from Terra Moons because it is actually honestly very similar. It's just a lot less saturated, but I still do reach for this. Let me swatch it properly, like with the others. I do use it enough. I feel like just because I have something similar doesn't mean I have to get rid of this, because if I'm still using this and the similar thing, I feel like that's fine. I know I literally said that about the eyeliners, but eyeliners dry up. Powders, it's a different story. No, I still think I'm gonna keep it. And then we have the Space Age Gifted, and this is like gold, purple, pink, multichrome. I love these multichrome highlighters from Kaleidos. I now feel fully confident in decluttering Comet Catcher. This is the original formula, like literally the first time that they released it. And this was always garbage. It's literally like, let me see if I can show you the hard pan. Look, clean finger. I'm really going for this. Right, that's something. That's a bit of something. I'll go real close so you can see. Where is it? It is the tiniest, teeniest, most dull, like pink flash. It's there for context. That is the swatch. This is one that I've always kind of wanted to declutter, but never had the confidence to, and now I do! Next we have Star Surfer, and this one is like a pinky one, a pinky shiny one. It's kind of neutrally. Like swatching highlighters is so not interesting. I don't know, it could, this is nice with pink blush, but if I'm wearing like a pinky like blush, I honestly always reach for this one instead, or my eyeshadows. I don't really use Star Surfer anymore, so we're gonna get rid of that. Oh my god, I cannot believe I'm doing this. Ah! Okay, and the final one is Mars Melter, and I can already tell you I'm gonna be keeping this one. I do have Red Giant from Terra Moons, which arguably is similar and better, because this is a red toned, like, iridescent highlighter. But on top of like pink blush, this highlighter is beautiful. Like, I've got Red Giant here in this palette. Can you even see it? Oh, there you can. But Mars Melter is more pink, and I really like it for like pinkier eyeshadow looks. I'm keeping 5 of these, and that's an odd number. So in order to make the number even, I'll need a 6th. I think I'm fine with that, you know? So, you may be curious as what I decluttered, so we'll bring them over right now. Like, I thought I was just gonna get rid of, like, these bits, and maybe this, and, like, an eyeliner or 2. This is a lot more than I expected. But yeah, so with that being said, let's put everything away into its rightful place. I am unbelievably happy with how this drawer looks. These 2 products I am going to put into the top drawer, so I'll put that there. Can this fit in this, like, thing? No, of course it can't. We'll just put it like that. This is sparking a lot of joy for me. I feel really refreshed. I'm also so happy that you can now, well, actually, now that I say that, I'm immediately moving something. It's just that the length was bothering me. But now, all of like my gems and extra bits can be here instead of hiding like in the back somewhere. My Kaleidos highlighters fit nicely, and this is not over. Oh, it's just so good. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know. Are you enjoying this declutter series? So far, I really am. And stay tuned for the other drawers in this collection. The next drawer we're going to be tackling are my lips, which I am very nervous about. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's faerie.skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. And if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Raincloud Candles Co. We're a small queer-owned business based in the UK, and we make handmade candles and wax melts. The link to shop will be down below, along with our social media, if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Subscribe to see the rest of the drawers in this collection. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!